Hello and welcome all the students in our science part chapter second chapter periodic classification of elements. We all already started those chapter. Today we will discuss the periodic trends in modern periodic table, and it's regarding with the valency and atomic size. Valency and atomic size, how they the periodic trend in a groups as well as in a periods can proceed. We have to study those things. In the last chapter we have seen that the electronic configuration and groups and periods, how it can be changes, how the electrons in the last valence shell, in the outermost shell, can changes its position in the modern periodic table. So we have to start the periodic trends in the modern periodic table. So what is mean by periodic trends? Periodic trends is some sort of a what it is called as a certain properties which can be repeated, which can be we have to consider it as a repetition of it in a certain way in period as well as group. So we will discuss those things. The valency, atomic size in a groups and periods. So we have to start with its valency. How the valency of an element in modern periodic table in a group as well as a period, how it changes. We already know that the valency means the number of electrons present in the outermost shell or a valence shells. How many number of electrons are present in the outermost shell, and according to this, the valency of an element we can easily determine it. So we have to start. We have taken some examples regarding with it. So we have to start the valency in a group first. For that we have taken in a group. We have taken the first group. Okay. We have to starting the valency in considering in a group. So first group we have taken, we have hydrogen is there, lithium is there, sodium is there, after that sodium is there, potassium is there. Okay, in the first group. So atomic number of a hydrogen is 1, lithium is 3, sodium is 11 and potassium is 19. Okay, so we have to write down the electronic configuration. That is 1, that is 2 and 1, sodium 2 8 1 and potassium 2 8 8 1. Okay, just we have to see the electronic configuration of all these elements which is included in the first group. What you have to see in its last orbit or outermost orbit or valence orbit, we have see there is a trend of one electron remain, or one electron is revolving or accumulate the last valence shell, that is its value is 1. So in this way we can say that in the first group the number of valence electron present in the outermost orbit is 1, that is in its last orbit there is one electron in the first A, so that in those elements which are in the first group having the valency plus 1. Okay, why it is plus 1? We know that it is better to donate one electron instead of taking 7 electron to fulfill its octet. The octet, according to the octet law, every element try to fill its outermost orbit, so that hydrogen have to complete its duplet. It required 1 electron, and rather than it can also donate, it can give or take 1 electron. In a lithium, it can donate 1 electron instead of it taking a 7 electron. It is not easy to complete its octet, its last orbit. So in this way, in a sodium also, to complete its octet, what you have to do, we have to see that sodium donate one electron. It gives one electron its outermost orbit to the another element. So in this way, having the its valency is a positive one. Okay. So we have taken another example, second group. We have taken a second group. What happens in the second group? In a second group, we are taking some example: beryllium, magnesium, calcium. Beryllium, magnesium, and calcium. We have taken these three elements only, having atomic number 4, 12, and 20. 4, 12, and 20. So electronic configuration of a beryllium is 2, 2. Okay. In a first orbit, 2 electron is accommodated there, and after that remaining 2 is the next orbit. In the magnesium, 2, 8, 2. In the calcium, 2, 8, 8, 2. What happens? What you have to see here? We have to see here in the last orbit, that is valence shell, outermost shell, the number of electrons present in its outermost shell is 2. Okay. So it is not easy to take 6 electrons from another element, so to complete its octet it is better to donate, it is better to give a 2 electron to another element, and in this way its valency became +2. Okay. In a group second, the valency of every element is 2. Why it is plus? Because instead of taking electron, it gives out. It donates the electron to another element. In a third group, what you have to see? In a third group, 2, 8, 2, 8, 3, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 2, 8, 8, 3. In this way, in a third group, we can see the number of electrons in a third group, in its last orbit or outermost orbit or valence orbit is 3. That its valency becomes a 3. It is donate electron instead of taking electron from other element. So we have to take another example, group 17. Okay, group 17. What happened in group 17? 17th group. Okay. Say in a 17th group, chlorine, and bromine. Okay, chlorine, and bromine, and its atomic number is 9, 17, and 35. Okay. So its electronic configuration becomes 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 8, 7, 2, 8, 8, and next one is what you have to see, that is 18, that is 17 remains, that is 1 electron. We got 2, 8, 8, 18 to complete its fourth shell. That is the maximum number of in its fourth shell is 18. So it's required 1 electron to fulfill this thing. 8 plus 8 is 16, 16 plus 2 is 18, 18 plus 17, that is 35. In this way, there is 1 electron remains to complete its octet. Here is for fluorine, for chlorine, and bromine. In this way, so it is what they are doing in the 17 group element. They have taken 1 electron from another element instead of giving a 7 electron to the other. 7 electron. It is easy it is easy to take electron from another element and complete its octet. In this way, they have taken one electron from another element. They have taken one electron, that is valence is 1, and they have taken electron that is its valence is -1, that is valence is -1. We not at taking consideration of valence is a positive or negative, only we have to consider that valency is only magnitude. That means magnitude means how many electrons, what is the valency, 1 2 3 4 3 2 1, in this way. Okay, so that the periodic trend of a valency in a modern periodic table in a group is such like that in every group, in a single group, we can see that how many electrons accommodated they are in the same group having the valency same in a group. Okay, after that what you have to see in a periods, what happens in a periods. In a first period, we are not taken first period because in a first period only 2 electrons is there, here 2 elements are there, hydrogen and helium. So we have taken second period, in a second period. So we have to write down the name of these elements are lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. Neon is also there. Okay, neon is also there. Okay, so in this way there is 8 elements in the second period. Its electronic configuration is, its atomic number is 3. That is, its electronic configuration is 2 1 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. These are the atomic numbers of these elements of the second period, and its electronic configuration is 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4 2 5 2 6 2 7 and 2 8. Okay, 2 8. What we have to see, there is increase in the number of electron or a number of proton in the second period from left to right. From left to right, we can easily see that the number of electrons is increased from left to right, so that in its outermost orbit, electronic configuration of an element in its outermost orbit, we can see that electronic configuration is 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4 2 5 2 6 2 7 and 2 8. That means in its last orbit, number of electrons is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, these are the valence electron. These are the valence electron of a elements of a second period in the modern periodic table. So its valency becomes 1 2 3 4, that is 5. 5 means they have to accept 3 electrons, that is once again its valence is 3 2 1 and 0. It is valence. This is valence. This is valence electron. These are the electrons in last orbit, last shell. Okay, from last shell, from electronic configuration, we can find out its number of valence electron present in the outermost shell, that is valence electrons are there, and according to this we can find out its valency. 1 electron in the last orbit, that is valence is 1, that is a positive one. 2 electron means 2 electron in the valence shell, that is its valence is 2. 3 electrons in the valence shell, that is its valence is 3. 4 electron, that is a tetravalent, that is a carbon, its valence is 4. They are forming a covalent bond with another carbon. 5 electrons means they have, instead of donating a 5 electron to the other, they have taken 3 electron from other, that's why its valence is 3. In such way 6 electron in the last orbit, that means they have accept 2 electron from another element, that is valence is 2. And 7 electron in halogen, such like halogen, they have taken 1 electron from another element, that is its valence is 1. And the inert gases, they have already fulfilled their shells, outermost shells, and that's why they have not taken part in the chemical reactions, hence valence is 0. So the periodic trend in concern with the valency 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 in a second period, and something happened in the third period too. In this way, there in its electronic configuration we can see 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, 287, and so that same number of valence electron they have in its outermost orbit, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 and 8. We can easily find out the valency of the third period element. Valency of third period element are 1 2 3 4, and after that 3 2 1 and 0. In this way the periodic trend in concern with the valency in the third period or a second period we can find out. So in this way we can easily see the valency changes, how the valency of the element can change the whole prospect, and the valency, the trend of valency is taking place in the group and period in the modern periodic table. So after that we have to see the atomic size. Atomic size. Okay. Here is the center, and here orbit. Okay. So what you have to see? Atomic size means atomic radius. Atomic size means atomic radius. Atomic radius, and according atomic radius can be measured in picometer. Picometer, that is 10 raised to minus 12 meter is equal to 1 picometer. We already seen in our book that 1 picometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 12 meter. Okay, that means 10 raised to minus 12 meter is a 1 picometer. Millimeter, 10 raised to minus 3 meter is equal to 1 millimeter. 10 raised to minus 6 meter is equal to 1 micrometer. 10 raised to minus 9 meter is equal to 1 nanometer. 10 raised to minus 12 meter is equal to 1 picometer. In this way we can measure the atomic radius of the element, so that we have already given some example that they have given the radius of some elements in a group or a periods. By using this data, we can analyze the how the increasing or decreasing trend we have seen in radius or atomic size of the element. Atomic size in a group. Atomic size in a group. In a group, what happens? For that, we have taken some example. They have given data. We have already given data that O, oxygen is there, its atomic radius is 66. Boron is there, its atomic is 88. After that, carbon, nitrogen, beryllium and lithium. Okay, oxygen, boron, carbon, nitrogen, barium and lithium, and its atomic radius are 77, 74. After that 111 and 150. Okay, these are data. These are, we have already given the data. Okay, so what we have to see? We have to arrange all these elements. What you have to do? We have to arrange all these elements from maximum to minimum. That is greatest. That is the radius. It is atomic radius. These are the atomic radius. So we have to increase. Right? We have to arrange this data in a decreasing order of their atomic radius. That is, first arrange data in decreasing order of atomic radius. Okay, decreasing their radius of the element. So first what you have to see, the first decreasing order, the maximum number of atomic radius is 152, that is lithium. Okay, lithium 152. After that, what you have to see? Beryllium 111. Okay, after that 88, boron 88. After that is a carbon 77. After that nitrogen 74. After that oxygen 66. Okay, what you have to see? We have seen that the same pattern we have find out in a modern periodic table, that the arrangement lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, they are aligned. They are all aligned in such a way that instead of group we have taken it as a period. In a period, we have to consider this period because they have given the example of a period. So we have given the data. According to this, we have to arrange all these elements in decreasing order of their atomic radius. And what we have to see, the atomic radius of lithium is 152, beryllium is 111. In this way, boron is 88, carbon is 77, nitrogen is 74, oxygen is 66. In this way, from left to right, in a modern periodic table, in a period of a modern periodic table, from left to right, we can easily see that the atomic radius decreases from left to right. That means the atomic size of element decreases from left to right in a period. Okay, in a period of a modern periodic table, from left to right, we can easily see that its atomic size decreases from left to right. What it happens? We have to just find out what is the reason behind it. What is the reason that its atomic size decreases from left to right? We know that here is the center, that is nucleus, and here is electrons. Okay, what happens is that the number of electron increases from left to right, because atomic number is increases. That means number of electron increases, but at the same time number of positive charge, that nuclear charge is also increased. Number of electron increases, at the same time the positive charge and the number of proton also increases. Number of proton increases in the nucleus, that means a positive charge increases in a nucleus, and that's why what happened in a same period the electrons are increases in a same shell. In a last shell, the number of electron increases. Okay, at the same time negative charge also increases, but at the same time in a center, in a nucleus, its positive charge increases. That is, nuclear charge increases, so that it can pull this electron towards the center. So what happens? The electron this positive charge attract the negative charge. Oppositely charged particles are attract each other, so that they are attract these electron toward the nucleus, and that's why they are compressed. They are compressed, and its atomic size decreases from left to right. From left to right in a modern periodic table. In a period. So its atomic size decreases from left to right in a period. Okay. What happens in a group? What happens in a group? What happens in a group? We have taken some example. Okay. For that, we have taken in a first group. Okay. In a first group, hydrogen is there, lithium is there, sodium is there. Okay. Potassium is there. Okay. Atomic number 1, 3, 11 and 19. Okay. What we have to find out? We have to find out trade in concern with atomic size in a group in modern periodic table. I just write down here the elements which are in the first group: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, and potassium. Its atomic number 1, 3, 11, and 19. Its electronic configuration. 1, 2, 1, 2, 8. 1. Okay. 2, 8, 8, 1. What you have to see? What you have to see? We have to see that even though there is increase in the positive charge by increasing the atomic number. That means protons atomic number increases, proton number increases, that is nuclear charge increases. In the same way, atomic number increases, its negative charge also increases. But rather than their attraction, what actually happens? This is the first shell. They have to utilize two shells. They use one shell. They have to utilize. They have utilized two shells. They have utilized three shells. They have utilized four shells. So that first shell, second shell, okay, third shell, and that is fourth shell. So R1, R2, R3 and R4. First shell, second shell, third shell and fourth shell. What actually happens is that if the radius increases, number of shells increases in a first shell, radius is small. By using the second shell, radius increases. In this way radius increases. And radius increases means atomic size increases. Radius increases means atomic size increases, so that we can easily determine or analyze that from top to bottom in a single group of the modern periodic table, atomic size increases. Why the atomic size increases from top to bottom in a group in the modern periodic table? Because by increasing the number of protons and increasing the number of electrons, positive charge also increases, negative charge also increases, but they have been utilized the number of shells they have been utilized increased by one number each time, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, they have been utilized one shell, two shell, three shell and four shell. By increasing the number of shells, actually the distance between its center, that is the nucleus, and the outermost electron actually gradually increases, and that's why atomic size increases from top to bottom in a group. In every group we can see, not in the first group, we can see in every group atomic size increases from top to bottom. From top to bottom, atomic size increases. We have given an example. We have to utilize this data. What happens? They have been given some example is there. By using this, we can find out. We are given a potassium is there, potassium, sodium, rubidium, cesium, and lithium. These are the 5 elements. These are the 5 elements. We already know that they are of a first group. They are of a first group, and its atomic radius is 231, 186, 244. After that 262 and 152. Okay, these are the data. So according to this data, we can find out the trend of atomic size, in a single group, how it is varied in a first group. They are these elements from a first group. That's why we have to, in a first group, how its radius increases or decreases from top to bottom or bottom to top in such a way. Look at this. We have what you have to do from top to bottom. We have increased we have aligned the element. All these elements we have to align by increasing order of their atomic radius. That means we have to, the lowest atomic radius we have 152. That is lithium. Okay. After that sodium. 186. After that potassium 231. Okay. Then rubidium 244. And after rubidium cesium, that is 162. Atomic radius element. Okay. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, the same group. Same. What we have to do? We can, in the modern periodic table, we can easily see that these are the pattern. In a first group, these elements are found. Let's see, we have to check it whether these are in this way. First group, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. Okay. So and its atomic radius 152, 186, 231, 244, and 262, and 262. So in a group,